Ann, any comments on this?
No, I think this is absolutely critical. I think that, we've been down this path before in digital media, so the industry is much smarter. I think we've been pretty conservative in the approaches to date, and there's obviously been a lot of change even in the last year of ways to think about the best way to opt consumers out and make sure that consumers are aware of what data is being used. So I certainly think it's a key area of focus for everyone in the industry.
Yeah, and the only other comment I'll make before we move to the next slide, Michael, is just on that is I think that what the data from Trustee clearly showed here is that this isn't the many having a loud media voice, and suggesting that they're representing the majority. I think what you've got is a real broad market, mass consumer understanding of or concern around this. So a lot of folks I talk to would still say, well, is this just a flash in the pan? Is privacy just the issue du jour? And I think it's important that, although we talk about this an awful lot, it just becomes we stop talking about it and we actually just make it part of how we do business as an industry, which I think we're doing successfully.
I think consumers are very accepting and generally satisfied with mobile advertising, but I think they're also savvier that they know the trade-offs, right? I'm getting great content, right? I'm willing to have advertising, but I also want a respect for my privacy, right? So they're increasingly just going to get savvier. So to think this is something that's going to go away, I think it's just everyone's going to get smarter on both sides.
So by the way, Thania wants to get confirmation on this. This is titled "An Online Advertising Privacy is Important." Is that related to mobile, or is this online specifically related to mobile?
This was, I believe, I've got the details on the question. It was an online survey conducted in partnership with Harris Interactive. So there were over 1,000 respondents that were both mobile and desktop. So it's not specific to mobile. I think it's more broadly a statement about digital media.
But to Ann's point earlier in the conversation, mobile, the primary source of accessing the internet will be through a mobile device in the near future. So they're somewhat becoming one and the same.
I don't think that you need to differentiate anymore. I mean, most consumers, I don't think are thinking that way very much anymore. So I agree.
Yeah.
So the next point here was, what I refer to as the download fixation, and this, I think, it's been incredibly valuable and important that the app economy has built up. I think it's given mobile financially a real foothold, and it's given marketers a very clear way to act, right? And it's not to say that